Hello, this is Mitch King with the Tuesday evening, January 27th Daily Stock Report from Trade Stocks America. We're looking at Geron, G-E-R-N. This is the bull short that I've introduced last night's report. It turned down like this. And the general rule I have on a bull short is if it starts opening down, I usually start opening the short position right then. Obviously yesterday was the right day to short it, but to take the risk out of it, what you do is you let it show signs of it turning down. So it makes sense to let it move up in here if it keeps going up in here. And then after it confirms that it's going down, that's a good time to open your short position. It lowers your risk. You don't make as much money, but it lowers your risk because many times these do go up against you for a day or two or three, and it could be 20 to 30% like I explained last night. But I'm thinking that this stock will probably get down in here. It's already moved up in here part way, and people anticipated that they were going to get some sort of favorable ruling to allow the stem cell. There's another stock. Let's take a look at another stock that relates to stem cell. Here it is. This is really not shortable for you. I mean, here it's at 243. Right in here, let's take a look at what that price was. That high was right here at 307 right here. So that's not shortable for most stocks. For most brokerage firms don't allow that. There are still several that do. STEM is another biotech that moved up on this Obama ruling. But the general direction for this stock is definitely down. I think it's going to break below 6. At least that's my target price. And it could get down to the low 5s, mid to low 5s. So I put 550 as a target price on this. If it moves back up a little bit, sometimes these can get really on fire with the subsequent news events that the company tries to release to pump up the stock. But we're definitely not in an environment where the market is speculating in a big way for these stocks to move up. So I'm not too scared of this one. And Geron specifically, I've shorted at least 15, maybe 20 times on it. It is a stock that corrects quite hard. Through the years, you'll get to know how stocks act and how the market treats a stock. Let's take a look at some really good intraday trading. Here we got ICE. We talked about this in last night's report. The stock went down here as low as $55.50 and as high as $59. So $450, that's over an 8% move here between this bottom all the way to this top here. And with that kind of potential on intraday swing, it's pretty easy to make some money. What you're trying to do here is you're looking at the MACDs at the bottom. The moving average didn't quite give, it kind of was a squiggly line. It wasn't the smoothest, but it was clearly popped up above this red line. And I know you guys have a green. And when it's staying well above and left of that red line, this blue one in this chart is a fast moving average, and you guys have a green line, a fast moving average. And when it stays left and above the slow moving average, that's a real good sign the further away it is. And as soon as this turns flat right there, that's when you start selling. Your price might be more further up. So if you look at the price on this, let's look on the left side. We're at 58.61, and your bottom could have been at 55.83, and so that's $3. That's almost 6% move there. Let's take a look at another one. Here's a classic drop and pop with BLK, BlackRock. This line there means it was the close from yesterday, 107.10, and dropped down as low as 103.17. You got your first signal right in there. Look at my crosshair. You got the moving average and the MACD lined up. Let's stretch out this stochastics here so you guys can get an idea. I keep teaching this to you guys. You'll eventually get it. And you can see the stochastics have bottomed and turning up. All three are lined up right there, and right here. So keep the crosshair. So the vertical line, you can line up those signals. So let's say you'd bought at 104 and a quarter, maybe 104. Line gradually moved up to 107. It's a 3%er. Not bad, pretty typical for an intraday scalp. Let's take a look at another one. Here's CME, drop and pop again. Actually, it opened up high, dropped $6, and you got your signals right there. I mean, this is really a nice situation here, right in here. So you've got your 3 bottoms in the all indicators there. Perfect looking bottom. And that price there is going to be about 166. Follow that moving average line up until it starts flattening out and turning down if you wanted to. So you could have gotten out as early as 170. Look at your price on the far left over here, right over here, 170, or you could have gone up another $1. So that's about almost 4% swing there. Same pattern with MON, Monsanto. It's been an excellent stock for intraday trading on and off these last several months, and here it's getting to be quite nice again. See how the MACD is a little bit later than the moving average. So there's your signal there, about 77.50, coming up $2, 2.25, and you've got about 3% move there. These are all easy to identify, and then there's quite a few intraday stocks to trade with this last week or so, or last several weeks. We're starting to see a little bit of leveling out on this moving average, and hopefully we start seeing some sort of move upward, maybe in that direction there. I could be reading into it. We've got big earnings reports. Make sure you check your stocks that you're long if there's earnings. I would not hold a stock through an earnings report. I would sell it before the earnings is released. You could have these 20-30% drops in a stock, and that'd really be painful. And I'm still assuming that you have the trailing stop losses in. We have a Federal Reserve announcement tomorrow on interest rates at about 2:15 Eastern or 11:15 here in Pacific time. So you guys take care, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.